right, what's up, guys? It's Jaffe with Uncut Clarity. I'm here with Shad and our guest, Lucky. I'm going to let him share a little bit about himself, but we're excited to be doing this episode. We know we took a little hiatus, but we're going to dive straight into this thing. Yeah, man. So, Luck, I'd let you start out, man. Share a little bit about yourself.
Sean Lucky Corbett, the owner of Lucky Spot Barbershop and Lucky Spot Leadership and Barber Academy. I went to No Grease class of 2006. I feel like that's the best class. So class 206. But man, just really navigating this barber journey and like me and Shaw was just discussing before we jumped on, just learning about life and the impact that barbering has on individuals, man. So that's it.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Like me and you were just speaking about like why have a podcast of this stature and what do we talk about and where do we get it from? And I would just let him know, me and you sit next to each other all the time and we just laugh about things or just like, yo, Jaffe, I can't believe I just heard this. You tell me, Rashad, he just told me this. So this is an informative podcast, and we like to interview people who have great stories. It's not just about barbering; it's about the story, and that's what we love the most. And we love the information that certain people can give us that we wouldn't know because they were put in those certain situations. That's how they know the information. So with that being said, we got Lucky here. And Lucky, what we'd like to ask you, really, like, before all the business stuff ever happened, who were you like? Who were you, and what were you like, kind of growing up?
Man, my childhood, unfortunately, I grew up in the 90s, so I was impacted by a lot of the systematic things that were in the Black communities. Man, I grew up in a house of addiction, verbal, physical abuse. So like, but. You can only do what you know, right? So, hurt people, that type of thing. So, and then that's at the height of the crack era as well. So just like any other neighborhood in the United States of America, we were affected. And so I had my first kid at 16. I ended up getting in some trouble, went to prison, came home and just decided that I didn't want to spend my life in prison. I had a kid. So I didn't know exactly what I was going to do. So I got a job working at this place called Value City. And I thought I was gonna be there, like
the Value City, the one on Independence.
Yeah, it was on Independence. I think it's like it's turned into a Burlington, something like that. But I got a job and I stayed there till they went out of business. And the funny thing is that I never wanted to be a barber. Like that was never my goal. Actually, one day I was on my day off of work. One of my homeboys, he's always wanted to be a barber. He's no longer with us, but he wanted to be a barber. And we were riding down Sharon Avenue. And No Grease had a sign saying now enrolling. And I'm like, yo, man, they just opened a barber school, fill out the application. He like, nah, we do it later. But we wasn't doing nothing. We probably, I don't know what we was going to do.
Let's just try it.
Yeah, I'm like, if you do it, I do it.
Yeah.
That's how I ended up filling out the application.
Nah, that's crazy.
I was like, if you fill out one, I fill out one.
That's how I never wanted to cut hair neither.
Yeah. Like honestly, the art of barbering and stuff like that was never what really intrigued me or what drew me to the industry. I think the business of barbering was what attracted me to it, right? Okay. I went to school at a very unique time.
This is 2000 and what, like 2004?
No,
maybe or
2005. It was 2005. Okay. So I just went at a unique time. Like Jay and them, they were opening the arena facility. So that was the first time I ever seen blueprints.
Okay.
Like Jay showed me, like he's like, it's gonna look like this. Like I didn't even really know what I was looking at, but showing us blueprints and I got to meet Bob Johnson. So it was just like stuff like that. I already knew what my life after school, like after school hours, I knew what my life looked like. I knew what my homeboys was doing during the day. I knew what was going on at home. But from 9 to 5, it was like a different world.
Different world, right?
And so I gravitated to that. And it just so happened that, okay, in order to get more of that, you just got to learn how to cut hair. So it was just like, all right, I'll do that. But I'm like, the haircutting part wasn't, like I went to school with some talented barbers, right? Like David Lindsay's and your Dominique Dukes and Pats and like those guys, they were really into the artistry of cutting hair. I just learned it just so I can be at the table. That was the biggest thing, and because it was the other things that were really, really resonating with me. Like in a million years, I would have never met Bob Johnson, the founder of BET, just walking down the street, or in my life, like before barber school or barbering. So those were the things that intrigued me. It was like, okay, I want more of that, like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know what the dope game looked like. I already know my stepfather price went high. I already know all of that. I want to see what this got to offer. And like I said, it was just a unique time. Like they were building, like they were really on the up. So I was able to watch a lot of that. So a lot of the things that people or you guys see me do now is just because they did it, and it was just like, okay, that's the ceiling. Like that's where we're going. So,
and when he speak about he's talking about Damien and Jermaine Johnson, the owners of No Grease. So those guys influenced him, influenced a lot of people. So let me ask you, like, so when you went into that school, you went in, you and your homeboy went in, you signed up, and then did you both finish?
No. The funny thing is, I went back to work. Jermaine didn't call me. It was about a year or so after.
Really? So you just signed up and kind of just forgot about it?
Yeah, it was just really to encourage my man. Like, yo, you fill out one, I fill out one. Let's do it. He like, all right, then.
And you got a call back.
Yeah, he ain't calling back. He was salty about that for a long time too.
So your homeboy didn't get a call?
No, he didn't get a call.
So they wasn't just taking people; they were picking people.
I don't know how Jay picked me. One day, like I said, the business went out of business.
Calling.
Yeah,
no, the business went out of business. Real talk. I'm just sitting at home. Like they gave me a severance package and unemployment. So I'm just at the house trying to figure out my next move. I'm back in the bucket of being a convicted felon. This is when you had to check yes on the application. So I'm back in that bucket.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to figure out my next, and the phone rang. He like, this Jermaine Johnson. I'm like, okay. He like, you filled out the application. He was like, are you interested? I'm like, well, shit, I ain't doing nothing. Yeah. And he was like, be here at this day, this time. And that was that.
So the timing and everything just
lined up.
Some power greater than yourself kind of aligned everything for you.
That's absolutely. I know for a fact that this thing bigger than me.
For sure.
I know for a fact.
So when you were in that school, I guess, because there's a lot of people in the barber school that watch us. So what was that experience like mentally? Like, did you ever experience like, oh, I'm struggling to cut hair, or whatever that experience you were feeling while you were in the school?
Nah, because like I said, it wasn't about cutting hair.
Yeah,
like it never like. My career, honestly, has never been about cutting hair. Yes, I've won competitions. I've won national competitions. I've done platform art. I've done all of that stuff that has to do with cutting hair. But I've only done platform artistry just to find out what the contracts look like on the back end. Or I've only competed just to motivate my barbers, or figure out if my barbers want to compete, what do the judges look for? Right? It was just always an experience thing, but it always boiled down to the business of barbering.
So you've always had a clear vision you wanted a clearer vision of the business side, more so than just like how barbers just worry about cutting hair. You was more in love with like, how do they keep this thing ticking? Yeah. The owners.
Yeah. Like, okay, I give you an example. When I was in school, No Grease switched from booth rent to commission.
So you were actually in school when they did that transition, because we were talking to them about that.
I watched that front row, like get your popcorn. I watched it. Like I watched all the barbers like that were at the shops. I watched them leave and I watched them rebuild. Like so, I like we watched this. Like this is not something that I heard about. I seen it, and so
that's a pivotal point in No Grease company.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now you get what I'm saying. Like I'm. Like, it's one of them things like when you might read the Bible or something, and it'd be like them pivotal stories, like the burning bush. Like I was there. Like I seen it. So I seen no quit. I seen persevere. Like I seen all of this. So that's what I learned. You got to remember the environment I'm in. At this point, I'm not a colleague. I'm a barber student. So as I'm watching, I'm learning. Oh, okay, so if you lose barbers, you just keep going. Oh, if you switch your system, it's gonna be rough. Like it's, as you grow, it's gonna be growing pains.
Gotcha.
That's just how I learned. Gotcha. So when I actually got in business and all of this stuff started happening, it was like, okay, this is just a part of it because I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to watch someone build a barbershop in a basketball arena.
And being black.
Yeah, like being black.
Let's say that.
In a basketball arena. Like,
yeah. That's unheard
I've never
of.
seen nothing like that.
No.
In school, I'd never seen nothing like that in my life.
No.
So it was like, yo.
I don't think Charlotte even. Yeah, we never seen nothing like that.
Honestly, Jay and them, they were the first black men that I seen wear like shirt and ties that wasn't like a part of the parole officer, or teacher. Yeah. Like they
just wanted to be clean.
They showing up. And you gotta remember, I went to school, they were transitioning from shop owner into instructor. Like, so I'm watching them like every day. Dane was my teacher, Jay was my teacher, Charlie, every day. Like, these are my instructors. Like, and so I'm watching them still cut 30, 40 heads on a Friday while they teaching. You understand? Yeah. So I learned a different way. Like, they were still figuring it out. So I was able to kind of see stuff that
people ain't gonna never get to see.
Yeah. So a lot of this stuff, the time that you got in, this whole alignment, everything, the way everything unfolded, like you just got a front row seat of watching business grow from zero to whatever it is now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so you think that was like the thing that you're like, all right, I got to do Lucky Spot Barbershop.
Well, the thing about it is like I never wanted to own my own shop. Like, no, the funny,
got a lot to talk about.
I didn't go to. You got to understand. I didn't go to school. Like some people go to school now, right? Like, I got a school now, so I always ask my students, what do they want to do? I want to own a shop, this, that, and the third. Right. Like my why was more like, man, I just don't want to die in the street or end up like that was my why at that moment. I didn't know where this thing was gonna take me. It was just more like, man, I see kind of what's going on, and that ain't really what I want to do. Like, if that makes any sense.
No, it does.
So I know I'm just gonna come
from the same type of cloth. Like,
to something click. I'm just gonna show up here every day to something click.
Work.
Yeah, like because I know what the other thing is.
And I think I just want to touch on that. I think, especially in this generation right now, a lot of people get caught up in this thing of like, and granted, everybody does everything. We do it for the money, obviously. That's the byproduct. But, a lot of the students now, and I go to the school a lot, they're like, man, I'm just trying to make this money. I'm trying to do that, this, that, and the other. And a lot of people, and, I appreciate your humility in terms of like your why. Like a lot of people don't share that. I just want to get some money. I just want to be that. Because I think, I want to own a barbershop. It's a very surface level response.
The funny thing is when I got out the shop, I worked for no grease maybe about a month or two. And I was just real rough around the edges. Like
me too.
They ended up having to let me go.
I got kicked out of barber school.
No, well, I made it through barber school and I went and worked at the shop. And I wasn't ready, put it that way. I was still young and can't nobody tell me what to do. And like, because you got to remember, I was with these guys for a whole year. Then now you put me in another environment and tell me I got to listen to these people. I don't know them.
These were the leads at the time.
Yeah. I don't know none of them. But now, like over time, me and Nakia have a great relationship. Kenny, Mike, like you have relationships with these people now. But I was more upset that I had to get out of school. You know, like they had became my family. The school had became my family. I didn't want to like graduate. In theory, yeah, I'm ready to get out of barber school. But when it was time to go, it's like, hold up. Like,
I done made this home.
It's time. And then they like, oh, go down there and go down there and holler at such and such. Then you go down there and they trying to tell you what to do. You like, hold up, man. Like, I don't listen to you. Yeah, I don't listen to you.
I'm used to it. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember Jermaine, he scheduled a meeting with me. I had to go back to the school, and Jermaine was like, man, what's wrong with you? He was like, look, I ain't gonna send you nowhere where you ain't in good hands. He was like, you gotta stop giving these guys trouble. And I'm just like, but now in hindsight, I just had a hard time adjusting because they were the first like positive black dudes.
And
that
then
I
on
was
top
around.
of that, you went from the school to one of their shops, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I know the owner. Like I ain't got to really
Well,
listen.
not even wasn't that. It was just like y'all not them.
Yeah.
Like these are my older brothers.
Yeah.
I don't know you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you gotta watch how you talk to me. If that makes any sense.
No.
Like, that makes any sense.
I get it, man. I see sometimes that happens. It still happens with some young barbers that transitioning from no grease, from barber school to no grease. But that's crazy because me and you have a lot in common because like I was rough around the edges too.
Mm-hmm.
Had a problem with authority. Like you said, they sent you home one time from the barber shop. I got sent home from the barber school for about 3 weeks. But I'm like I come from a rough background like you do. Like I mean, I'm gonna listen to who I want to listen to. Can't nobody really tell me nothing. This is like in hindsight, just thinking. So that's crazy to hear because me and you got a lot in common. But so like you didn't want to cut hair. That wasn't your thought. Like you wasn't one of those guys who were like, yeah, he gonna be a barber. It just grew on you until you found something that clicked, right?
Well, the cutting hair part was just the byproduct of what we do, right? I tell Jay and Dame that all the time. If y'all would have sold vacuums, I would have sold vacuums. Like it had nothing to do with it. I was looking for more.
You looking for direction?
Yeah, I was looking for a family. Because my family structure at home wasn't like it wasn't what it was supposed to be. So they just gave me like, you all right? Like, come on. And didn't want nothing from me outside of you winning.
So how long did you work with how long were you with No Grease until you ventured off into your own journey?
They fired me after about 2 months.
So you just did 2 months?
Yeah, I was.
And then where'd you go from there?
I went to a shop that was just in my neighborhood.
And you stayed there for how long?
Till I went to Walmart.
Okay, because that's so what I'm trying to get to is because this thing is about you being a black man in America and having a franchise of barbershops in Walmart.
Well, let's be clear.
And not that's a big thing. But
no Grease is a franchise.
Absolutely.
Right? I just have multiple locations. That's a big difference.
Yeah, like, it is.
That's a big difference. So I don't want to confuse that at all.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not a franchise yet.
No.
You just have multiple cases. But even if it's not franchise yet, for you to even accomplish what you accomplished, right, is amazing. So I don't want to skip the step of how did that happen?
Yeah.
So you were at that shop for how long?
Okay. Let's break it down. I left No Grease and I went to a barbershop on North Tryon.
Okay.
And when I got to this shop, everything was going on in this shop except cutting hair. If you get what I mean.
I get exactly what you're saying.
Everything. Yeah. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is not, I'm trying to get away from this.
Yeah.
Right? And so I never forget, they had, No Grease had their school off of Sharon Amity, not the one they have now. It was another one further down before they made Independence. And my mother lived over there. So I would go see Jermaine on my way to see my mother. And Jay, I never forget, he'd be like, man, just chill. He was like, just stick to what you know. You gonna run everybody out of there. He was like, just stick to what you know. Because I was around like veteran barbers that don't want to sweep the floor. Like, I used to get teased. Oh, you doing that No Grease stuff. You folding towels. I'm like, this is normal stuff, right? Because that's how I was trained. But Jay used to just be like, man, you gonna run everybody out. Yeah. And so slowly but surely, some people went to jail, some people, and then the owner caught a case. And he got put in a position where he had to sell the shop.
Which happens often.
Yeah, and so I ended up buying the shop. And I knew nothing about it.
So you ended up buying the shop?
Yeah. 4 years in.
And what did that, and I think this is, just to dive into, what did that like transaction look like if you want to dive into that?
What, the buying of the shop?
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. Like people don't talk about that.
Well, like really it was like the whole situation was this hood, put it this way. Like the owner had stopped coming to the shop.
Yeah.
Right? But then I noticed the landlord would keep coming looking for him. Right? And I just noticed that each time the landlord coming, he's getting more and more perturbed each time he come. So it ain't long to figure out what's going on. Yeah. So I talked to the landlord. I said, hey man, what's going on? He was like, tell such and such, such and such. I'm like, well, look, if he don't want it, I'll take it. That's simple. And he was like, well, I wouldn't mind because you always here anyway. So long story short, maybe about another month or so, the owner comes to me and was like, man, I'm trying to get rid of it. If you want it, you can have it. All right, we negotiated a price. That was that. And so I had no clue of what running a barbershop or anything was like at all. I just knew that I wanted to help the community, like give back. And I definitely didn't want my shop to be anything like
what it was before.
That was it.
So you knew once you took over, you was about to reinvent it.
I fired everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody that was left.
Hey, I'll say this though, you really got some divine intervention going on. It'd be like the right thing keep lining up for you. That's
Well, I think also I have a good ability to identify opportunity. Right? Some people can't. Some people will get complacent where they at, and the opportunity will come. Like whatever you prayed for, it'll come, but it might not look like what you thought it would. And most people can be afraid to step out on faith.
I agree.
Like I've never been afraid to step out on faith. Like if that was the case, I would have never showed up when Jay called me. Like I've always been like the risk reward type person. It's like, okay,
you never been scared to try nothing.
Yeah, what I'm gonna lose?
Yeah,
you know. So I've always been like that. So I think that's always been helped me going down the journey.
Okay. And so was now diving into like what that shop was, did you change it right to Lucky?
Yeah. Lucky Spot Barbershop. My mother came up with that. I remember like Lucky's just a nickname I had from the street. People call me. And I was trying to figure out a name. I was razor line. I was coming up with all this stuff. My mother was like, man, just call it Lucky Spot. And went back to watching TV. Like, and so I went with it. Yeah, I went with it. And it turned into what it turned into. Okay. But had no clue. Trust me. Like, I'm not gonna sit here in front on y'all, be like, yo, I had it. Nah. It wasn't even that.
Nah, that's honest though. I mean, that like that's still like
sick.
It's sick story, man. Like how it's lining up, how things lining up. So you go from getting it from the owner, we flip it to Lucky Spot. Now we at Lucky Spot. We fired everybody, which makes sense because you got your vision. You only had to deal with those people because you were in somebody else's. So now it's yours. Now it's time for Lucky's vision to come alive.
Yeah. Well, you make it sound so much better, right? But in the reality was, I'm a convicted felon. All this stuff that was going on in this shop, if something happens now that it's mine, I'm responsible.
Okay.
It's a difference between being an independent contractor and saying, I don't know what's going on in here. As in, my name is on this stuff. Somebody got something stashed in the back. I'm in trouble.
Whether you know or not, it's yours.
Yeah. So it was more of that. But in theory, what you're saying, you had a vision. Yeah, but I wasn't thinking that at that moment.
So how'd you go about hiring people?
New ones.
Went to school.
The new barbers.
Went to school.
Went straight to the No Grease Barber School.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that helps because they already in line with
what you do.
Yeah. Like honestly, even before I bought the shop, I called Jay. I said, Jay, I think I got an opportunity to get the shop. He said, get it. Like Jay's always, I have a great relationship with Charlie, Dame, and Jay. But like Jay is the one, like I call Jay and say, hey Jay, what you think?
Yeah.
And Jay will give it to me like
raw.
Yeah. Even he might, that's a good idea. Or Jay will be like, nah, you can do that. Like based on who I know you and I know how you get down, you can do that.
Yeah.
Or he might be like, I've had times where Jay be like, I don't know. Try it.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how it works.
Yeah, I've had it say that to me too.
Yeah, but the relationship that I had with them, like I want to be very clear, like, because you guys are connected to them too. The relationship that I had with them also helped into stepping out on faith. Right? You know, there's a lot of times that they've told me stuff I didn't want to hear.
Yeah. That's what a real person does.
Like I didn't want to hear it. It's been plenty of times I done left them and sat in my car mad because I didn't want it. That wasn't the answer that I wanted.
Yeah.
But you look at, 20 plus years of a relationship, they've never told me anything
in the wrong direction.
So I know I don't want to hear it, but all right, let me at least look into it, if that makes sense.
Nah, it does, because I've sat with them before and I've heard plenty of things like, okay, let me go rethink this thing. Ain't nobody trying to hurt nobody, but that's a good thing. That's good talk right there. So how'd you get the opportunity come about? Okay, so you got first of all, the Lucky Spot, the first one. How long was that? How long was that open until you ventured off into a new one?
I opened, our anniversary is February 28th, 2011.
February 28th, 2011.
Yeah.
Can I add though? That's a cool date because that's actually my sobriety date. That's a cool date.
See?
Damn.
That's actually sick.
That's crazy. Look at that.
Great things happen.
And we're gonna get to the part that you was working with him, so we got a lot to unpack. So
yeah, but so we were there until August 4th, 2019. That's when I opened my first Walmart location.
So you went straight from the Lucky Spot into a mall, to a Walmart.
Yeah.
2019 wasn't that long ago.
Dude, like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm kind of blown away though. Like, I don't know, because to me, being from where I'm from, like where you from, like from a rough, it's fucking Walmart, dude. Like, how you pull that off?
I understand that.
Like, I ain't even about to act like I'm not like a fan of that.
I understand the power of relationships.
Okay.
Right? Like, in understanding that a bridge that you might cross, you might have to go back across.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So try not to burn them. So I've always just had that understanding of this people from even when I was in the street. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was a gentleman in my mischief.
Okay.
I wasn't no,
savage.
Yeah, like there's no need to be.
Yeah.
Right? Because certain things and certain activities.
Well, you could be from the streets and still be a gentleman.
Yeah, like, but certain things and certain behaviors can cause certain attention.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
you ain't reckless out there.
Nah.
Yeah.
So I understand the relationship
Mm-hmm.
value in any business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so Walmart years back had this initiative called Walmart Cares.
Okay.
Right? Where they wanted to get back in the community, this, that, and the third. And so I had been doing up until that point, we had been doing the Lucky Spot back to school weekend. And we would do it with the Walmart on University, right?
So you would pull up in the front and do free cuts.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, I did that for years.
Smart.
And so during this initiative, that next day, I think we did it that weekend. I think that next day or Tuesday or whatever, the vice president of community relations from Walmart corporate came to Charlotte, and they were doing like store visits. And so the manager and the team from that university store was like, you need to go get with the guy down the street that owns the barbershop. He does a lot of stuff in the community. That would be a good, right? We've been working with him for years, right? So long story short, she came and we sat down and we talked, and she was like, well, how can Walmart help you? And I was like, first and foremost, I need to get businesses that reflect the people in the community that y'all serve. Like, get some black businesses in there.
Mm-hmm.
Most of y'all stores are in.
Yeah, they got the eye exam places. Get
some
culture in there.
Some recognized. And so it took us about 2 years to get there. Because you got to remember, Walmart had the Sam Smart styles. Where the women go get their hair done.
Okay.
They used to have beauty salons in them. And they had took like a major loss on that. I think they had to close like 900 of them. Whoa. And so,
So it was a women's beauty salon and it was taking losses.
Yeah. So it was called Sam Smart Style.
Sam Smart Style.
You Sam Walton.
Okay.
It was owned by Walmart. And so, but they didn't understand our industry.
Yeah.
As in, women getting their hair done is a little bit more intimate. She don't want to get her hair done in front of register 3, 4, and 5. Right? As in, a mom can drop her kids off, cut it low, shape it up, or a guy can get a shave real quick. Like,
while his wife's shopping.
Yeah. So they didn't understand that, right? And so they really didn't want to do it. And so we back and forth. So I ended up getting a pilot. They was like, we'll do an 18-month pilot with you.
What's that?
Like a pilot
like
program,
a test run.
Okay.
But I knew what I was gonna bring to the table, so it didn't make me no difference.
Yeah.
Like I knew the work was good. So it's like whatever.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's more like, let me show y'all.
Yeah. I already knew. So I took that. Within 6 months, they put us on master lease.
Mm.
Master lease means pretty much that I can open up anywhere in any Walmart in the world.
What?
Yeah, but I already knew. Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you wasn't
knew.
surprised, but it was just like, look how quick it happened too for you.
And so I remember like we used to have like monthly meetings. Cause you gotta remember, this is new. Walmart like never dealt with barbershop. This was new. And so I remember they was like, well, how many locations you think you want to open? I said 100, right? Just being like funny. They was like, well, okay. Cause you gotta remember they not running out of real estate.
Mm-hmm.
And so that let me know, which the goal is still to get 100 before I'm done with it, right? But that just let me know that we had something and that they were willing to stand behind it.
Wow.
And to date, like we were the first, but to date now you have barbershops, other barbershops in Walmarts. So I would like to say that we played a major role in
You pioneered that idea.
barrier.
Oh wow! So your idea ended up helping other people get into Walmarts too.
Yeah. I think since we've opened, there might be like 4 or 5 other barbershop companies, black barbershop companies that are inside of Walmart.
So now, how many you got now?
We got 10.
You got 10 locations.
Yeah.
You did that from 2019 to 2026. I think in terms of scalability,
That's amazing.
that's fucking crazy. I mean, it's crazy. That's a lot of locations.
For
So
it not to be a franchise
is impressive.
is very impressive.
Well, the thing about it is, right, and I can say this, I learned a lot. Like that was grad school or me getting my PhD. Let's do it that way.
Okay.
Like I understood barbering. I understood the barber industry. I owned shops. I learned how to create barbers, right? But that was my master's degree. But the Walmart was my doctorate. Like
okay.
I can teach this thing now.
Yeah, I
If
like
that
how,
makes
I
any
like how you
sense.
did
Like,
that. Yeah.
because I learned so much about the business of it, right? Like it's I'm not gonna say it's easy to cut hair, but opening the shop, getting a lease, putting barbers in there, this, that, and the third is,
It's not rocket science.
yeah, right? But anything over 3 or 4 shops, it has nothing to do with cutting hair anymore.
That's
at all.
always been a number for when I ask, Jay or Dame, when they that 3 number, that's when they say it's time. The ball really get rolling for real.
No, listen, that's from 3 on up. That's where the big boys play.
That's what
That's where
what
the
I
Hall
like
of
to say.
Famers play.
Yeah.
Like, cause you can go from 3 to 4, but then go back to 2. Cause it's a different transition. Right? It has nothing to do with cutting hair. Like in our industry, it is one of the things that for me, and I'm just gonna be frank, it's one of the things that I really don't like about my industry. Right? This is one of the industries outside of maybe professional sports where your talent drives where you sit at in the industry. Let me explain. Soon as a barber is able to cut hair well and get a little bit of clientele, what's the first thing? Oh, I'm gonna go get my own shop. Just because you can cut hair don't mean that you need to be in charge of other people putting food on the table.
Say that again.
Like just because you can cut hair, right? And then when you get 3 or 4, getting into that 3, 4 and beyond shops, now you got to come out them shops. Now, like in the 5 levels of leadership, you at level 4, you duplicating it. Like it's all about duplication, and you can't duplicate without a culture. Like Charlie say all the time, if you ain't got no culture, that's the culture.
Yeah.
So it's really about culture and understanding that, it has nothing to do about the barber. Because you can have a shop, right? Say you got 5 barbers and they all decent. No superstars, but they all decent. But they make a lot of money at this shop. And you could put one superstar in there and you disrupt the whole shop and you end up having to let everybody go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
or let him go. Either one.
You probably got to let everybody go. No, seriously. Like, depending on how long you leave them in there.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is people gravitate to popularity. So if he's popular and he's popular with bad habits, those bad habits
gonna rub on everybody else.
That's
because you got to remember, our industry doesn't have structure.
It doesn't. You're right. 100%.
So people become barbers to wear what they want, come to work when they want, do what they want, go smoke a blunt, do all this stuff. But in reality, we know, like, being an entrepreneur, you have to be the most self-disciplined.
Absolutely.
And so what happens is any inkling of I can do it my way.
And that's
that
why
causes headache.
It matters. Out of, you said how many shops?
No, we got 10.
10. So out of your 10 shops, it matters who you leave in charge.
Absolutely.
Like that's probably the most important thing. Who is in charge of my
Leadership.
shop?
Yeah.
And I can even touch on that point because when I was cutting with you, when I was in barber school, it was Brandon. Brandon was the lead of that shop. And he was a great leader. He definitely got me prepared to go to no grease because I had, like you said, a lot of bad habits. I thought I was talented. thought I was talented.
I think the thing is, and you know the funny thing is, I recruited Brandon when I worked at No Grease.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was an instructor at No Grease when they were on Wilkerson.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I met Brandon. And I was his instructor on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
And so the thing about it is your leadership, right? But as the higher up, you got to develop your leadership.
Okay.
It like running a barbershop is more than turning on the lights and the music.
Yeah, you're right. Because I've been leading. I've been in a manager position for about like since 2019.
Oh, congratulations! All right.
And but like what you're saying though, like I get it though. Like it is a lot. It's more than just turning the lights on, man. Mm-hmm. It is like
absolutely. It don't got nothing to do with cutting hair.
It don't.
Like I teach my students at the school. Honestly, I say barbering is 10% cutting hair.
Yeah.
It's 90% life skills and other stuff.
Because I learned as a manager or a lead, you got some non-negotiables. Like I was telling Jaffe, like, I got non-negotiables with me agreeing to, lead somebody's shop per se. Some things for me is non-negotiable. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I'm going to be there first. Yeah, I'm going to be there last. And not because I don't want or like it's a hassle, but that's non-negotiable. You know what I'm saying? Or just to know when to. Just always reading the room. Always reading the room. Like everybody not gonna be reading the room at all times as a lead or as a leader of the shop or a manager or whoever you are in that shop. Is always you gotta scan that room. Scan it. Keep scanning. You scan it all the time. I scan it, long as I'm in there. And it comes with more than just cutting hair. Like that ain't even what I be thinking about. Like I'm thinking about, what time is it? How many we got? What's this? What's that? I'm not worried about the haircut or the chair. That's whoever's in my chair is the last thing I'm worried about. Everybody straight? Is everybody all right? Is he good? Is he good? Where's he at? Why is he late? How's he feeling?
It's called you mastered the vibration.
Yeah.
What that means is the vibration is a steady hum. Mm-hmm. So anything out that hum, you catch it.
Yeah.
Boy, definitely got that down.
That's it. Like it's just like my students or my barbers, they've always been like, how can you have 4 or 5 conversations at one time?
Mm-hmm. You can ask Jaffe, like I be telling him, I'm like, bro, I'm hearing everybody. Like you heard them over there? I'm like, I heard you, him, and him. Mm-hmm. I know what she thinking and she waiting.
That's it. Yep.
I'll out of the blue, I'll be like, hey man, hey, yo, hurry up real quick. So he'll be like, what are you talking about? Look at his face.
Look at his face. He getting restless. He checked his watch 4 times. Or, I hear these 2 barbers over here.
Yeah.
He's not happy with his haircut. Let me tune in over here to make sure that this don't get out of hand.
Or if somebody talking, like having some type of conversation, but I know this person right here is, it could be just an awkward moment. Learn how to break that up without either one of them feeling it.
You got to switch gears. Let me change the subject.
Yeah.
Let me start a group conversation of a different subject. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got it.
I love that. So you now getting to this level, like you were saying, 5 and beyond. You were getting into that process of what that looks like a duplication. Mm-hmm. So how did you? Well, 1, what is the culture that you created? And then 2, how did you duplicate it again, and then 10 more times?
Well, I think the thing is the culture was just standing on who we were. Like, and it starts with me, I'm on my 3rd chance at life. Mm-hmm. So, just being the home of the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd chances of life, through positive life choices in the business of barbering, we serve our community with excellence and honor, right?
Yeah.
That's what we stand on. So we're able to take the convicted felon. We're able to take the guy coming from corporate America, but building that culture where everybody can fit in. Mm-hmm. That was the thing.
And who better than an owner that's cut from that cloth?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can have an owner that's not actually cut from that. In there for good reasons, but it's going to take them a little bit longer to understand somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And honestly, that was a little difficult for me. Well, I'm not going to say difficult. What I mean by that is, being so close to No Grease, right? I had to be very intentional that I didn't get swallowed up in their culture. Because sometimes you could be connected to greatness and they can just suck all the air out the room. Mm-hmm. Right? So I had to be very intentional in the culture I created.
Got you.
Right? It took time. Like
that's a good answer.
It was more of I have to be intentional of how I do it. What is the culture? Who am I in this industry? What do I stand for? Like that was a real thing.
Yeah.
As in just saying,
and it's being honest with yourself.
Yeah, because like I said, yes, They the big bros. Yes. They the mentors. Yes. I get the energy.
10 minutes.
I get the energy from them.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to be very clear that we Lucky Spot.
Mm.
Right? And I think that was the first step in building the culture, if that makes any sense. That was the first
it makes
step.
a lot. It makes a lot of sense.
Understanding that we come from that, but this is us. And then making it to where, like I said, I wanted a culture where everybody, no matter what walk of life, y'all can come and y'all can restart your life.
Yeah.
And my job is to keep the culture and keep that space where everybody can feel vulnerable to learn what you don't know.
Absolutely.
And excel.
Okay.
I like that. And I do want to share, like, you said a lot of things about, being intentional at that. And, of course, this is a platform for yourself to talk about, your life and where you plan to go. What do you see yourself on the next 10-year, 20-year horizon? What's Lucky Spot? What do you want Lucky Spot to be?
Well, what is it going to be?
Well,
like
there'll definitely be more schools. I like the school play. I never wanted to own a school. The funny thing is, most stuff I excel at, I don't want to do. Right?
I know. I'm noticing
really,
that.
I never really wanted to do that. But now that I got a school, I really like having a school. I really like being a part of journeys.
What about the school made you say made you love it a little bit? Like when you went to the school, have your own that was different from owning a barbershop. What about the school made you love it?
The journey. Like
watching people.
Yeah, the journey. Like they come to you and they're at a certain level to where it's just like
they raw as hell.
Like my first class, right? These kids are getting ready to buy their first homes and stuff now.
Excuse me. When did you open your school?
2023.
2023. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, like some of these kids are coming around to having their second year taxes to start getting homes and townhomes. So like that journey, because like when I go in the shop and I talk to barbers, I don't talk about barber. Only thing I talk about the shop, I only talk shop stuff to my lead.
Do you talk to your barbers, whether it's in school or, I think you know what I'm about to ask, whether it's in school or in the barbershop, wherever you hire them at or come in contact with them, do you go over with them about taxes?
Well, one of the things I learned about this business is get people involved and around you that do things way better than you. So no, we have a CPA that
that's why I'm gonna ask you. Do you have like some
access
type of
to it?
Type of program for them to have access to? Okay,
absolutely,
because that's a major part as an owner of shops. And when I say that, you're not doing a booth shop, or when you have multiple shops, it is important to keep them abroad about taxes.
Absolutely,
because they can really just be
tearing it up.
Yeah, no.
Sinking.
No, she does a class. Like she does several classes during the year that they come
in your school.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And can I say how to what frequency?
She does them about once a quarter.
See, that's big.
And the reason I'm really intrigued with that because that is a major disconnect with us barbers.
Yeah.
Taxes.
No, I have a relationship with a bank. They come in and teach. They have a banking curriculum that they teach at my school.
What bank is that?
Truist.
Truist. That's amazing. That is amazing.
So major player.
Yeah, no. Well, see, the thing about it is that, if I got 20 years of experience. August will be 20 years licensed. August this year will be 20 years. So all the stuff that I've learned and I've been through, now we're just kind of funneling. Like I tell my students, y'all are going to make mistakes, but there's certain mistakes y'all don't have to make. Because I made them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had an $80,000 tax bill before.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I've had it. I've had it. So it's like, okay, I'm going to put this in place. Now, if y'all choose to
do something,
disregard it, that's on y'all.
That's on you.
But y'all had the information.
You can lead them to the water. Can't make them drink it.
And I think that's a big thing.
Some people are not even being led to the water though.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wasn't. When I left from No Grease and I went and worked at that shop, I wasn't being led to the water. So I get exactly what you mean.
Yeah,
exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
What you about to say, Joffrey?
No, I was saying I think education from the higher up level, taxes, buying a home. Like I know, we just happened to learn in the shop. Jane Dame said buy a home, right? And me and Shad met some clients. We were like, all right, this is what we got to do to get a home, and then we just went and did that. We just got the paperwork, fixed our taxes, get to it. Now they're kind of leading. Actually, tonight at 8:30, we're doing a social media class. I get to share how to market yourself, how to bring clients in, XYZ, blase. Hey, plug in if you want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so education is very big for your for your business. Like you seem to be more passionate about that school than necessarily the shops.
Well, the shops are my baby, right? That's my oldest child, right? You know, like y'all got kids?
I do. I have a 15-year-old.
Oh, you got one kid?
Yes, sir.
One. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I got 4, right?
Okay.
My youngest is
You got
19.
boys, girls?
3 boys, 1 girl.
Okay.
My oldest is about to be 30. My youngest is 19.
Okay.
Your first child, right?
30-year-old?
Yeah.
Man, you look young.
Wait, how old are you?
I will be 47 May 1st.
God damn, man. You look young as hell. I thought you were going to say about 38. You know what I'm saying? But hey, black don't crack. But go ahead, though.
But no, like when you have your first child, right?
Yeah.
Like you learn a lot. You don't know about being a parent, but you're gonna have a certain relationship with that oldest child when they get older.
Yeah.
But then your 3rd or 4th child, you know a lot more about parenting.
Okay.
So like the school is like the new baby, and I've learned a lot, right? And the fact that I have all of those shops, I know the importance of the school, so I know what to feed it.
Yeah.
Right, I'm not feeding it McDonald's. I'm not.
It ain't
feeding,
trial and error no more.
Yeah, like the school is.
You got your formula.
Yeah, the school is organic. Like there's no fast food. There's no processed food.
No cut off.
Yeah, if that make any sense.
I like that.
They vegan now.
Yeah.
Now that's a dope. I like that analogy. Nah, that's good stuff, man. But yeah, man. I mean, a black entrepreneur owning barbershops in Walmart, man. I'm that's major to me. I don't care what nobody says. That's
It's a lot of work, bro. I
bet it is,
that.
but you owning all of these shops by yourself. Like, how you doing this by yourself?
Well, it's a team. I have an admin team of amazing people that are not barbers.
Yeah. Okay.
Like my operations manager, my operations assistant, my market lead. They're not barbers. They don't cut hair at all. But they're some of the most important people in my whole ecosystem.
And that's what I'm sorry to cut you off, but that kind of go back to what you said. Like once you get to that 3rd shop, it ain't even about cutting hair no more. So
you cannot go by yourself.
I know. Let me give you an example. I know I can have an attitude or talk to people a certain way sometimes, right? Because this is a male-dominated industry. I'm an alpha, so if I'm talking to another alpha, it can be alpha stuff going on. So I was very intentional about hiring somebody that know how to talk to people.
Got you. Yeah. If you find people in pieces to whatever you come short of, hey, you do that. You
know how to delegate, right?
Yeah, like of course in business it's what you know and who you know, right? But it's also who you pay.
Ooh.
Hey, you are more than me, style. You really drop it. Hey,
it's who you pay.
I'm telling you, I like that, man.
Yeah.
So what's a regular day look like for you now versus back then?
Well, of course, back then, go to the shop, be at the shop all day, cut hair all day.
Yeah.
And then figure out where life fit into that.
Yeah.
Now, get up, I might go locations, then stop at the school. If I got to cover a shift or at the school, it's just that.
Are all your shops in North Carolina?
No, we have shops in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. We got 3 in Atlanta. We got 1 in Columbia, South Carolina, and then the rest are in North Carolina.
Where are they located? Like in North Carolina? Because I really want to plug you in too. I want to get, like, when we put this out, I want to plug this in. Like I want to leave, possibly once we edit this and do this, I want to leave like a link where people can reach out, either go to your shop or reach out for your school.
Yeah. Okay, we got Greensboro, High Point, Indian Trail, South Tryon, Gastonia, Wilkerson. What is that, 6? That's the 6 of them. Yeah, that's the ones here.
Okay.
And then, like I said, 1 in Columbia by Fort Jackson, 3 in Atlanta, 1 in Lawrenceville, 1 in Southwest Atlanta, and then 1 in Peachtree City, Atlanta.
That's cool. Because we're gonna figure out how to get a link on this video, and so people can sign up to your school also if they're watching this, or sign up to your, or find out how to get become an employee, or not an employee, but become a contractor at your shop. Yeah. Because this is what it's about.
Careful with that word employee.
That's why I said. I said, hold on, wait, contractor. Big difference.
Buddy.
Big difference. Not employee.
Contractor.
Contractor.
1099.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man.
But I can give you all the information.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it because before we edit it, before we put it all out, we're gonna send it to you and everything. We're gonna make sure this thing is perfect because this is a major. And I really want people to see this. This is really what the podcast is about. Yeah, we got gems out here, real golden gems in North Carolina, in Charlotte, like that's really can help the whole world. You know what I'm saying?
You know the funny thing, right? I used to be a competitive barber, right? And I'm one of the 3 people in Charlotte that ever won the Bonner Brothers Total Look Barber Competition. Right? I think I won 2016, something like that. It was me. You got Eric Cheeks and you got Tone McGill. The only 3 in Charlotte.
Hey, shout out to Eric Cheeks and Tone McGill. Those are my guys.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, I had the opportunity to travel. When it comes to barbering, Charlotte is up there.
Up there. They up there.
Don't a lot of times we get consumed in just our town. Right?
Yep.
But when you step outside, my shops in Georgia, the market in Atlanta is so different than the market here in Charlotte because we got the No Greases, we got the Lucky Spots, we got the
and they already kind of know it. So you got how so is it even harder out there outside of North Carolina? It's easier?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. Because you're already coming with the structure.
And they never seen something like that.
Never seen it.
It's I'm not gonna say it's saturated, but out there they don't have the professional, they don't have the cleanliness, they don't have the I talk to the client properly and don't come in like smelling loud. You know.
Nah, we unicorns. So by the time they realize that I got 3 open.
Wow.
If that makes any sense.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because it's just different markets. But a lot of times, like even when I state board, our state board is very structured.
Yeah.
But when you get to a market where it's not structured, you excel because it's like
North Carolina